Okay, Crewton Ramone's House of Math. Here's what I wanted to do today, or actually last week and the week before that. We just haven't had a chance to get together. Here we go. Because you were having some issues. Let's say I have 3x plus 5. We'll start off easy. You got your blocks?
Yeah.
All right, get your blocks. 3x plus 5 is the same thing. We're going to start off super easy to start. 2x. We'll make it bigger. 8. Okay, so get out 3x. 1, 2, 3 plus 5 is the same thing as 2 of them. Wait. 2 of them plus an 8. Now, I'm doing this only because, anyway, just to review you forgot the rules a little bit. Remember? You were saying, oh, it's been a long time since I did these guys. All right, so basically we're playing What's Under the Cup. What's the first thing you're going to do? Or what's it say right here?
Equal.
Equal. What does it mean?
That's the answer.
That's the answer. Yeah, I hate that answer. Okay, try again. See, the answer is, that's not what that means. This says equals. That says this over here is the same as this over here. Not this, the answer is, or whatever. These things are the same. So it says that 3x's plus 5, this is a number, plus 2x's plus 8 is the same thing. Well, we got to figure out what x is for them to be same, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so what we got to do?
Find x.
Okay, yeah. What's the first step you're going to take?
I don't know.
Okay. Remember this guy? Oops, wait, where you go? All right, there it is. Ah! Here is 0, no fun, get back to 1. Wait, here is 0, no fun, get back to 1. Here is 0, no fun, get back to 1. Here is 0. All right, so, here is 0, first things first. I'll tell you what, can I make an 8 with a 5 in it?
No.
Sure I can. Can I make an 8 with a 5 in it?
Yeah.
Out of what? 5. And isn't that same?
Yeah.
Okay, now you see stuff that's same on this board all over the place?
Uh-huh.
So take away the stuff that's same. And you, get out the blocks. You don't have your blocks out. Put them on the floor in front of you, put them on a board, put them someplace, but you're just watching. Oh, how did you like the kefir, by the way?
Good. It was good.
Good.
I liked it.
I have many more. I've got all kind of crazy flavors. I've got a couple of customers now that have cured themselves of various ailments. One person had diverticulitis. Another person had irritable bowel syndrome. Another person had diverticulitis and irritable bowel syndrome. Anyway, candida problems, because they're too yeasty.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, because the kefir water in your stomach is going to turn that sugar into probiotics and vitamins, and then the candida doesn't have anything to eat because you don't have all that sugar running around. But anyway, next time I come down, I'll come and get them, or if you're going to be up here, either way, and I'll give you more. Okay.
Let you know.
Okay.
You got it out that range.
Okay. I'll come down and pet the dog next time I'm in Wailuku. He was so happy to see me. It was crazy. When I left, he was like, "Hey!" How was your guys' New Year's? Did you have crazy fireworks around your house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we watched all the crazy fireworks in Kahului.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good vantage point, huh?
Yes.
Oh, it was nuts at this house. It was, 360 fireworks display. All around me, they were blowing fireworks for like hours. Thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yes. Where is Booby?
I don't know. Okay, so you see stuff that's same? Here's the first thing I see that's same. You see this one same and this one same? All right, let's get rid of the stuff that's same. Bam. Bam. take this out of here. That out of there. Alright, so what I just do? I just did hero 0. Right? All I did was I took away 5. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's use a different color pen. How about orange?
Okay.
Alright, so. Take away 5. Take away 5. And you can see there's a 3 left over there, right?
Right.
And over here, here's my 0. Alright, so then what? Well, I see some more stuff that's same. Can you take away this one and this one?
Yeah.
Alright. So what'd you do? You took away 2x. Took away 2x. What's left? Well, here's my hero 0 again. Well, what it says is 1x is the same thing as 3.
Right.
Right? Alright, so what's the two numbers? Well, it's the same number. What's 3 times 3?
9.
Plus 5.
14.
What's 2 times 3?
6.
Plus 8.
14.
Is 14 the same as 14?
Yeah.
If x is the same thing as 3, right? So what we figured out here is that leaves us with an x equals 3. So that said, 3 times 3... Oh, wait. I'll do it this way. Look, my multicolor approach. 3 times some number plus 5 is the same thing as 2 times some number plus 8. And it turns out that number is 3. Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, so you just forgot the rules. Because you just memorized rules instead of just... This doesn't say the answer is. This says this over here and this over here is same. X is the same thing as 3 for this statement. Alright, you ready for a slightly harder one?
I guess, yeah.
Alright. Dude, what's the rules?
Hero 0.
And?
Finding the same.
Hero 0 and no fun, get back to 1.
Okay.
One more time. Hero 0, no fun, get back to 1. Hero 0, no fun, get back to 1.
He's only slightly.
Yeah.
Alright. So, that's with blocks. I want you to get your hands on it. Alright, so we didn't even do no fun, get back to 1 because we already had 1x, right? We didn't have to do no fun, get back to 1. We just did hero 0 on this one. Alright, so now we'll do one where I have hero 0 and no fun, get back to 1 in it. Alright, so let's do 3. We'll go with 4x is the same thing as, let's see here, 4x and some more. Let's go with 4x and, we'll make it negative 4. Just to get all crazy all at once, is the same thing. And I'm only doing this because you're, what are you, 14 now?
13.
13 now. All right, so I have a little 5-year-old girl. I wouldn't jump up like this with a little 5-year-old girl, but you're 13. You can handle it. Promise. All right, so let's see here. No, those are supposed to be X's. They're actually 10s, but I should put them on the smooth side, but they don't have magnets, so we're just going to leave it. So anyway, there's our 4x minus 4 is the same thing as 2x. And let's go with, something silly. How about 6? Bam. Oh, get these out of there. All right, so let me write the symbols. 4x minus 4 is the same thing, not the answer is the same thing as 2x plus the 6. Tell me what x is. Alright, what's the first thing you gotta do?
0.
Hero 0, I like it. Do you see it? Do you see stuff that's same over here? It's same over here?
X equals 4. Wait, no, it's 2.
I have a problem with that. So what's the first thing?
It's negative 2x plus 6.
Oh, why are you gonna make it hard? Alright, watch me. Is there a 0 over here?
No.
Yes, there is. There's always a 0 over there.
Right.
I mean, tell the truth. 3 plus 0, what's that? Same as 3, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's always a 0. Always, always. 0 is your hero. And he's everywhere, he's everywhere. Alright, so, look. I'm going to put my 0, because I don't see anything that's same. I don't see any negatives over here. So I'm going to put my 0 in. See him?
Mm-hmm.
Go grab yours and make yours the same. Like I said, don't just watch. Kind of fun it. There you go. Yep. Where's the 3s? I got no 3s. 4s. Well, 1 6 and the 4s. There you go. You could build that 6 with 3s, but you don't need to. Just grab a 6. And then flip one of those babies over, right? Got 1 on the positive side, 1 on the negative. That's just a complicated way of saying 0. And the reason why I picked that one is because this. Now, do you see stuff that's same?
Yeah.
Alright, so I take out that one, and take out this one. What else do you see that's same?
The 6 and 4 or 2.
Wait a minute.
2.
Where is it? Oh, 2x?
2,
Yeah, got it. Can't just say 2, that's 2x.
yeah.
Alright. Got it. Okay. Now what's it say? It says 2x is the same thing as 10.
6.
Wait, there's a 6 and a 4. So 2x is the same thing as a 10.
Oh, yeah.
So what's 1x got to be the same as?
I don't know.
Oh, please. 2 times what is 10?
5.
There you go. What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
So 2x is the same thing. Right, and what is that? That's no fun, get back to 1. Look, this is 2, so I'm going to divide by 2 because I don't want to know about 2. I want to know about 1. And so I got to make this 2. Oh, so let's see here. If I did that, that's 10. That's not even. So now I take my 10. Oh, look. How easy. And you can see that what I'm looking at here, if I was going to draw a picture of it, is I'd have, let me take these out for just a second and draw a picture. I have a rectangle is the same as a rectangle. On this rectangle, I knew it was 2, but I didn't know what that is. On this rectangle, I know it's 10. Right?
Right.
Now, equal sign never lies, so that has to be 2. This has to be 10. And that has to be my x. But wait a minute, if this is 10 and that's 2, one side has to be 5, right?
Right.
Because 2 times 5 is 10. All right, now watch. We'll take away everything. And there it is. X, let's put that nice. X is the same thing as 5. And I just do over here, it's my, boom. X is this, that's 1. That's the same thing as 5. Now let's go back one step here.
Okay.
Okay, so here's my 10. Here's this. Here's this. Here's this. Here's this. And I'm going to just show you what I did with my, oops. Need to put this one in over here. And get rid of these guys. Alright, now I'm back to where I was. Okay, so what's the first thing I did? Well, technically what I did is I added 4. Oh, jeez, and then I wrote 5. I added 4, and I added 4. That's when I did this. Right? There's 0, 0. Right? That's 10. Then what? Take away 2x. Take away 2x. It's exactly what you did.
Yeah.
Right? So then what's left? Then it says 2x equals 10, which is what this says. 2x is the same thing as 10. I don't know what. I don't want to know about 2x. Oh, you disappeared. What happened? Alrighty. So any questions on okay, oh, the next question is, what's the, if x is 5, how much is that?
We didn't do all that earlier.
That's what we just did. We discovered x is 5. So I'll make it 1, 2, 3, 4, minus the 4. And over here I have 2x, which we figured out each x was 5. So 2x, let's get rid of all this stuff, and a 6. Is it the same?
Right.
I'm asking you, is it the same?
Yeah.
Okay, because if I take away 4, this is going to be 15, 16, and over here there's going to be 16, right?
Right.
Okay, so 16 equals 16?
Yes.
Then we got the right answer.
Right.
All right, and what do we do? Hero 0, see it? Hero 0, and then no fun, get back to 1, where we figured out x was 5. All right, you're going to be on your own. I'm going to do one more, and then you're going to be on your own.
Okay.
Because the same thing. What if x was right negative? So what? Just make it 0.
Okay.
And then the trick is try to keep it positive. You can do it. I mean, by no means is the only way to do it, right?
Right.
Because I could have certainly, I could take away 4x from both sides, but why do I want to? I'm still going to get the same answer. It's going to be a lot longer getting there.
Okay.
All right, so just remember, what's the rules?
0 and back to 1.
Hero 0, no fun, get back to 1. That's it. That's all your whole problem solving, all the way till you get to calculus. When we're doing trigonometry, all of it. Hero 0, no fun, get back to 1. Every time.
Okay.
All right, you want a hard one or an easy one for the last one?
The easy one.
Oh, but we're going to work together on this one, and then on the next one, you're going to be by yourself, so maybe you should see a hard one. But all right, fine, we'll do another easy one. This tells me you're not terribly confident. All right. Well, like I said, this is the rules, and what they taught you to do is inverse add. I know I saw your book, right? And it didn't help, did it? Okay, so let's try a hard one. Well, let's try a medium. They're all easy when you get done, but let's try it. How about if I had 5x plus 2, and this time I'm not going to use blocks, I'm going to use a picture. I'm going to do some drawing here. 5x plus 2 is the same thing as 3x minus 4.
Okay.
You know what? Oh, well, fine, we'll leave it that one. All right, so here's my picture. Here's my picture.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5x. 1, 2, 3x. See, I'm drawing them instead of putting them up there now. And then what? 2. And then I'll make these. I'll make pink be the negative ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now what? They're supposed to be same. These guys don't look same. So what am I gonna do? What's the first thing? Oh, I see some stuff that's easy to see that's same. How about if I took away this, and I took away that?
And you have 2x plus 2 equals 4.
There you go. Wait, negative 4. Those are negative. All right. Now what?
Take, or you add positive 2 to negative 4.
Why am I going to add positive 2? Oh, okay. So, wait a minute. Why am I going to add positive 2 to negative 4? Is that going to, if I add positive 2 over here, does that give me 0?
No.
Okay, so what do I do?
You have to take away 2.
I have to take away these 2. So if I subtract 2, and then subtract 2, why is that? Because I had over here, hero 0. I had 2, and then I had negative 2, and then when I took away the positive 2, right, the stuff the same, bam, bam, that's the same thing as subtracting 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now what? What does it say? It says 2x is the same thing as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, it's negative 2.
2x is the same thing as negative 6.
2.
But about? What happened to these 4 right there?
You took it away.
I did not take it away.
You also take it away from both sides.
I took away 2 from this side, and I took away 2 from that side.
No, you added it.
I did not add. I took away 2 from this side, and I took away 2 from that side.
Oh, okay.
Where did you see me add?
Well, why is it -6 then?
Because -4 and -2 is -6.
Yeah, you're adding it. You have to take it away from both sides.
I did take it away from both sides. I took it away there, and I took it away there.
Okay.
No, so I'm asking you, why do you say I'm adding? I'm not going to add 2 and then add 2. I get 4 over here.
I don't know.
So what do I have to do? Do I want 4? I want 0. So there's 0. Alright, so over here, I took away 2 over here also.
That number still isn't 0.
2 minus 2 is... What number is it then? Tell me.
-6.
Well, over here it's -6 because I took -4 and -2. Over here it's 0 though. What am I doing? I'm taking away stuff that's same. Alright, let's think about this a little bit. We're going to start over. Get your blocks. As in, get your blocks and build that.
I have it built.
Alright. Show me your blocks. Tilt your camera down so I can see.
I can't really point it down, but it's on the side.
What are you on? Are you on a laptop?
No, it's a desktop.
Put it on the folder.
Okay.
Or you could just, there you go, you could build it on that table back there. I can see that table. Easy. Yeah, where you have your hand.
Alright. There.
Alright, there you go. Now wait a second. Oh yeah, that's a -4. Alright, so there's my -4. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I take, is there 2 green ones over here?
Right.
Are there 2 green ones over there?
No.
No. Alright, so what I gotta do is, those are +2. So what I'm gonna do is, +2, -2. How much is that? That's 0 right there, isn't it?
Right.
Alright. So now I got my hero 0 again. So now what do? Well, now I take away these 2, and I take away these 2. What's left?
Wait, can you say that again? I can't. Wait. You take away 2, you take away 2.
Yes. But that 2 was part of my 0, right? So what's left is -2. Now look, it's the same thing as doing this. -2 makes me a 0. Nothing there. -2 makes me -6.
Right.
Right? Then when I took away the 3 from over here, and the 3 from over here, what do I have?
Right.
I have 2x is the same thing as -6.
Right.
Now what's 1x going to be?
1x equals -2.
Wait a minute. How does 1x equal -2 if 2x equals -6?
Oh, 1x or x equals -3.
There you go. X is the same as -3. Because I just, no fun, get back to 1.
Right.
So get rid of him. And -6 divided into 2 parts is -3. And that's all this is. That's what all I did over here is do this. Just reshape my rectangle, right? And you can see, oops, and I didn't finish my notation over here. Took away -3x, took away 3x. Alright, so that left me with 2. That left me with nothing. And then when I finally got down here, I got 2x was the same thing as negative 6. There's where I'm at right there. And the final step is divide by 2. Divide by 2. X is the same thing as negative 3. I can't tell you how many hundreds of times I got into trouble for, or just, points off because I got all the way to here and then I forget to put the negative sign.
All right.
Right? Okay. Now, oh wait, let's check. What's negative 3 5 times?
Negative 15.
Plus 2.
Negative 13.
And then let's look over here. What's negative 3 times negative 3, or excuse me, 3 times negative 3?
Negative 9.
Minus 4 more.
Negative 13.
There you go. Negative 13 is the same thing as negative 13.
Right.
All right, you ready to try one on your own?
Okay.
All right, let's try it. Now here's the thing. I'm just going to put symbols, but you can still get your blocks out.
Right.
And then eventually, by the time we're done with this hour, we can go with, you just using symbols. But for now, get your blocks. Right? Okay. So I'll give you an easy one to start out. But it's going to have no fun, get back to 1 in it. All right, so we'll say 7x plus 6. Oh, wait. Yeah, why not? Is the same thing as... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna make this 2x plus 6 is the same thing as negative 3x minus well, let's not make it a fraction. We'll make it whole numbers, just to be nice. We'll make this. We'll make this minus 9. There you go. Okay, so hero 0, no fun, get back to 1. Don't say anything until you have the right answer. Hey, are you in need of any citrus by any chance?
Yeah, we could use some.
Okay, because I got lemons and limes and oranges and all kind of stuff out the yang. So I'll go and get some or I'll bring them by. I got lemons like crazy. And they're super excellent, juicy, big, because we just had all this rain, right? So a couple of 2, 3 of them and you can make yourself a pitcher of lemonade right there, just with 2 of them.
Nice.
It's x equals 3.
X equals 3. Let's see if you're correct. Is it negative 3 or positive 3?
Positive.
All right, let's see. 2 times 3 is 6, because you just told me x. You said x is the same thing as 3.
Oh, no, I messed up. I wrote positive 3 instead of negative 3x.
See? Try again. Oh, you left off the negative sign?
Huh?
You left off that negative sign. That's going to make a huge difference, as you know. Yeah, so copying the problem correctly is always important. And don't be afraid to use your blocks, man. So here I'm going to draw it.
Okay.
2 of those guys. We'll make 2 of these guys.
I have x equals negative 1x plus 3 and I'm stuck.
Okay, wait. All right, fine. Let's go. Well, we'll make this happen. Hold on a second here. I'm going to go at 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And over here I'm going to go with 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, I need an equal sign. All right, so what am I going to do? Well, there's going to be... How do I make this 0?
You add something.
I add... How much do I add? Not just something. What do I got to add?
You take away...
Well, I'm not taking away. I'm going to add. What am I going to add to 3? Negative 3x.
You're going to add 3.
I'm going to add 3x, right?
Yes.
All right. So I add 3x, and I add 3x.
Oh.
All right?
Come on, I got it.
Okay, there you go. Then what? Then I'm going to take away 6, and I'm going to take away 6, right? What do I have?
I'm still doing the problem.
So right now it says 5x is the same thing as negative 15.
Right. Okay.
And by the way, this right here is why your mom hired me. Because this is the algebra that you have to be able to do this in school.
It's 1x equals 0.
How are you getting 1x equals 0?
Wait.
5x is the same thing as negative 15. What do I got to do?
1. It's x equals negative 1.
Try again. When I divide by, what am I going to divide by to make this 1?
5.
So you're telling me that 15 divided by 5
Negative 3.
is negative 3. There you go. Oh, geez. I don't like that. Let's do... There you go. Now, let's check it. Check it and see. What's 2 times negative 3?
2 times negative 6.
Then negative 6 plus 6 is 0. Ooh. What's negative 3 times negative 3?
Negative 9.
What kind of 9?
Positive.
Positive 9 minus 9 is 0. So what this says is 0 equals 0.
But you have to add on both sides. You have to do the same operation on both sides.
Correct.
So why did you...
See, and that's what the thing. That's why the rules right there are messing you up. Did I do the same? Look, did I do the same thing on both sides?
No.
How do you say no?
Because you did 2 times negative 3.
Yeah.
It's negative 6 plus 6, and then you did negative 3 times negative 3 minus 9.
Yeah.
You said minus 9. It's supposed to be plus.
This was my original problem, and what we just figured out was x is the same thing as negative 3.
But to add, or to get it to 0, you have to do 9 plus negative 9. You can't do... You can't.
Okay, and what I'm saying is negative 3 and negative 3.
Okay.
I know what you were thinking. And like I said, get those rules out of your head and start looking at this and making sense of it.
Alright.
Because what we got to do, it's same on both sides. What I did to this side, I did to this side. What I did to this side, I did to this side. Because you're absolutely right. You can't just do one thing on one side and one thing on another.
Right.
But now, once I figured out it was negative 3, well, it's not going to be the same on both sides because I started off with 2x plus 6. And over here it was negative 3x minus 9. And still, it comes out to 0 is the same thing
0
as 0.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Look at all this space I have. I guess I could write bigger, or I could move my camera closer, but then that'll screw up your camera. All right, there, it'll be fine. Okay, you want to try another one?
Okay.
All right. What's the rules?
0 and back to 1.
Hero 0, no fun, get back to 1. There you go. All right. You want a hard one or an easy one?
Easy one.
An easy one, all right, fun. Oh, let's make this bigger, just slightly bigger. All right, you're on. 3x plus 7 is the same thing as 2x plus 11. Then later on, we could talk about, you know, comparing, say, plans when it comes to U-Haul vans or, you know, companies that do the move it yourself where they have, like, you get charged so much per minute plus a fee. Or not minute, but so much per mile plus a fee. I was thinking cell phones. But see, now it doesn't matter. It's unlimited free cell phone service everywhere you go. But it used to be X amount of dollars per month plus so many per minute. And based on that, you could figure out what would be the best plan for you depending on how much time you talk.
Right.
See, when I wound up giving up my cell phone, I had something crazy, like 1,200 minutes of accumulated time. All right, so what's your first step? Or what are you going to do first? I don't care what you do first, but...
That's why I have 1x equals 5.
I don't know how you got 1x equals 5.
Gave up his cell phone.
I have 1x equals 5.
How are you getting 5?
So...
What's 11 minus 7?
X equals 4.
Oh, 4. X equals 4.
See, that's why, those basics. I tell you. Right? 11 minus 7, 4, not 5. 12 minus 7 is 5. All right. You did the right, you obviously got the right steps. Watch. But see, that's what I mean. On that one, you understood the concept, and then you failed in the math. All right, so 2x, take away 2x, take away 7, take away 7. X is the same thing as 4. Okay, so what's 3 times 4?
12.
Plus 7.
19.
What's 2 times 4?
12.
What? 2 times 4.
You said 3 times 4. That's 12.
No, 2 times 4. Look over here.
Oh, 8.
Plus 11.
19.
There you go. Does 19 equal 19? Every day of the week.
Yeah.
See, it's self-checking. All right. See, that was 0, 0. I had no fun. Get back to 1 because I gave you an easy one. All right. Now, you got the thing down. Now, just do your steps correctly. Forget about all that, the rules that you learned. You're seeing the rules, and now you can put them in practice. Did I do the same thing to both sides?
Yes.
All right. So will you, right?
Right.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, we'll be like that. And then we'll do, actually, no, we'll make it negative, just for fun. And then,
I think we changed it.
yeah, 5x minus 8 is the same thing as 2x. And you can, if I change it like that, you can always just do that. Anyway, 5x minus 8 is the same thing as 2x, and I'm going to put fractions in here and everything. We're going to town, kids. And we'll make this minus 3, just to be a pain. Oh no, that's going to come... Oh, I'll be fine. It'll be fine. Zero, 0. No fun, get back to 1. And no worries, we'll cover this one more time.
Okay.
Right? Because, I mean, you're not going to be a pro in 1 hour.
We're going to do opposite arm. Got it? Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the next time we do it, we're going to start with blocks again.
So I have 3x minus 5.
Okay, so I like it. So you took away 2x, and you took away 2x. That means that has to be 3x over here. And then you added 8, and you added 8. And I'm not sure how you got minus 5.
Mm-hmm. Right.
How did you get negative 3 plus 8 is minus 5?
How did I get negative 3 plus 8 minus 5?
Yeah. Well, how did you say that it's minus 5 over here?
Because you took away... Oh, no, I said 3x minus 5, because you did minus 3 right there. You...
Oh, I see. So you took away everything. Well, that doesn't help. If I do 3x minus 5 is the same thing as nothing, that doesn't help.
Well, that's what I have.
Okay, well...
I did minus 2x on one side, minus 2x on the other side.
Right,
so it's negative, it's 3x.
Right.
Minus 8, and then I did minus 3 on one side, minus 3 on another side, then I have 3x.
Alright, well, okay, well, now here's the other thing. If you take minus 3 over here and minus 3 over here, is that going to give you 0?
No.
Well, then...
Plus 8, not minus 8.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He didn't even do that. What he did is he took away 3x and he thought that somehow was going to be 0, and then he took away 3 over here. That's not going to do it. How can I make 0? I'm going to take 8 away from that, right? Well, I'm going to add 8 there, and I'm going to add 8 there. There's my hero 0. There's my hero 0.
Why do you think it's not?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
That's a basic thing. Minus 5x minus 8.
Yeah, I know.
You're not really investing yourself in this session.
I am.
Okay. All right, so what's this going to be over here?
X.
That's 0. What's this going to be over here?
X plus 5. X plus negative 5.
How are you getting minus 3 plus 8 is a negative number? If you owe me $3 and you have $8, what do you have?
5.
Is it positive or negative?
Negative.
Positive.
Positive.
One more time. If you owe me $3 and you have $8,
Positive.
all right. Now, do you see how I got positive 5?
Yes.
All right. Now what?
You divide it.
Yes, I agree. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. What's 1x going to be the same as?
1x is going to be the same as...
Now, technically, that's an improper fraction, right?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of times, if it was me, I would just say, leave it like this. Fewer symbols. But most teachers will tell you to change it into a mixed number.
X equals 0.6.
Try again. If I had 3 divided by 5, that would be 0.6, but I have 5 divided by 3.
Okay, you have...
1 and 2/3. Do we have to do this for okay, I'll find another hole. We'll work on this another time. So 5 over 3 is the same thing as 1 and 2/3, correct?
Correct.
Or you could say 1.6666666. All right. Now comes the part where you're going to have to use your fraction skills. What's 5 times 1 and 2/3? And then what's 2 times 1 2/3? I'll give you a minute to figure it out.
Wait, can you say that again? I can't hear you.
Yeah, sounds like you got action going on over there. This number right here is the same thing as x, so you got to put it in for x. So that means 5 times 1 2/3, and this is 2 times 1 2/3. The numbers are going to work out the same, because they do every time, because we just figured out that x is the same as 1 2/3, but I want to know what the numbers are.
I have to plug it in for that.
Yes, you do. That's the whole point. So what we're trying to do is discover what x is. Now, it was me, I wouldn't put 1 2/3. I would leave it 5/3. I mean, because that's how you're going to multiply it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to have 25/3 minus 8 is the same thing as, oops, yeah, there it is, 10/3 minus 3.
The same as...
Isn't that what it is? 5 times 20, right? Okay, so we got to work fractions. Wow. That's okay. You and every other kid your age.
It's 5/3, right?
Yes.
Then I divide 25/3 by 10/3.
No, you do not. You're just saying that 5/3 times 5 is 25/3 minus the 8. And this is 2 times 5/3, which gives me 10/3 minus the 3.
Okay.
I'm typing out the report right now.
Minus a 3.
So this is 3 1/3, right?
Right.
So 3 1/3 minus 3 is just a third.
Uh-huh.
And this is 8 1/3 minus 8 is just 1/3. So what it is, it's 1/3 equals 1/3, right?
Right.
Okay, let me do a little extra math over here. So this works out to be 8 1/3 minus 8. And this works out to be 3 1/3 minus 3. Well, hold on a second. Am I on frame? Yes, I'm definitely on frame. Okay, good. All right, so look, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. And I just have 1/3 equals 1/3.
Right.
All right. See, but it's good, because the more math I do with you, the more I see what I need to work on with you.
Right.
And one of the things that gonna need to work on, I can tell, is gonna be a little fractions. But this right now is hero 0. No fun. Get back to 1. You gotta get conversant with this. Got to make it easy, not hard, not scary, and know what the rules are. But you got to know what the rules are, not because you memorized. Okay, what you do to the left, you do to the right, and you just right, inverse that. No, you got to just understand. You got to make them equal. So I got to take away 2x. I got to take away 2x. I got to add 8 to get a 0 over here. I got to add 8 because I added 8 over here. I got to add 8 over there. Otherwise, they're not equal.
Right.
Why am I adding 8? Well, because there's a 8 and a negative 8 over here. And when I take away the negative 8s, I wind up with a positive 8.
Right.
All right. But we just shorthanded it by saying, okay, make a 0. Done. Okay. You want to put some English in your notes?
All right.
Yeah, I mean, just take some notes and just write hero. Okay, because right there's my hero 0. I'll put some English in your notes for you. Right here, here's hero 0. Right? Here's hero 0 again. And I'm going to change this back to being a x. All right? And then what? Then it was no fun, because I don't want to know about 3 of them. I want to know about 1 of them. Get back to 1. So, of course, I divided by 3. But if I divide by 3 over here, I got to divide by 3 over here. Just like you were saying. What I do over here, I have to do over here. That part of it, that part of the concept you understand. But it's the mechanics of it that you're having trouble with. If I'm making sense. You want to make a problem for me?
Alright. Negative
Okay.
64x
Sure. Go ahead. Hold on.
minus.
Wait a minute. Negative 64x minus what?
Minus 17.
Alright. Is the same thing as what?
The same thing. Oh, okay, wait. I have to find out the same thing. I can't. Wait. Oh, making up problems hard.
That's why. So don't go with 64x, you monkey. Go smaller.
Yeah. 3x plus 7
Okay, 3x plus 7.
equals 2x plus 11.
2x plus 11. That's kind of a boring problem. That's what, dude, in fact, that's a problem I just gave you. You can't give me the same problem.
I don't know how to make this, like...
Wow, because what? I can look right at this and say x is 4.
Solve my own problem before I tell you the problem.
Yeah, you gotta make, that's what I mean. You gotta make up your own.
That's hard.
That's not hard.
Okay, 4x plus 8
Okay, I like it. 4x plus 8.
equals 3x plus 12.
I like it. We'll do that one. 3x plus 12. There's no fun get back to 1 in this one. There is no fun get back to 1 in this one, but fine. Can you see that I'm going to wind up with 1x?
Yeah.
Take away 3, take away 3. Then can you see I'm going to wind up with 4 over here?
Right.
Why? Because I took away 8. I take away 8. Boom. All right, now 16 plus 8 is 24, and 12 plus 12 is 24. I got it.
That's easy.
It is that easy. You're the one trying to make it hard. Because I know for a fact, because of the way they taught it to you, and you got quite confused at one point, you're thinking that this stuff's hard. It's not hard. So I literally have to reprogram your brain into thinking that, oh no, this is simple. Because it is simple. But I agree with you that the way they taught it to you made it hard. So, wow, you're not going to do it. I'm going to draw a picture. Watch. And see, this is what you have to be able to start looking at in your mind. Okay, so over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here, 1, 2, 3. I can see stuff that's same.
Right.
Right, with the symbols, not so easy. But over here, for sure, I can see stuff that's same, right?
Right.
Now, you know what? I'm gonna do drawings and blocks. So over here, I have an 8. And over here, I also have an 8. But I have an 8 and a 4. Because 8 and 4 is 12. That's just faster than drawing. Right?
Right.
And I got an equal sign. All right, now, you see, bam, take away that, take away that, take away that, take away that. Done. How did you make that hard? Well, I know how you made that hard. It's because your teachers made it hard, so you somehow made it hard.
Yeah.
But it's that easy, brother.
Right.
Okay. We can keep going, but I think it's about time we stop.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, we're going to do one more problem. So I'm going to give you one. You got to give me a problem and make it where I have to do hero 0 and no fun get back to 1. Because right here, I didn't have to do no fun get back to 1. I already had 1, right?
Right.
So make it a little bit more of a challenge, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay.
I think you did a pretty good job today.
8x.
Oh, okay.
8x minus
Good.
11
I'll take it.
equals 5x minus 6.
All right, I'll take that. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how to do it. What's the first thing I'm going to do? See, now, here's the deal also. I want, the name of this game is to have x on one side and units on the other, right?
Right.
On this one, I have x's and units on both sides, and it's confusing. So what I want to do is get x's on one side, units on the other. So first thing I'm going to do, for me, is I'm going to get rid of these 5x. Right?
Alright.
Then the next thing I'm going to do, so I got a 0 here, right? Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 11 to make it 0. So here's my 0, here's my 0. So now I'm going to add 11. So now, over here, I have 3x left. And over here, well, I've got, I owe 6, but I have 11, so I still have 5. So now x is the same thing as 5 over 3 again. Look at what we just did that.
Right.
Now, I know I'm right, but I can check it. And I'm going to do, let's get a different pen. What do I want for color? I want something boring like black. All right. Oh, and by the way, this is an unsolicited and uncompensated, what do you call, testimonial for these guys. Superior in every way to Expo markers. They're darker, they last longer, everything. Anyway, so let's see here. I'm going to say x is, I'm going to have to write all this out. I wound up with 3x was the same thing as 5, which means that x was the same thing as 5 over 3, which means I have to do 8 times 5 over 3 minus 11. And over here I have 5 times 5 over 3 minus 6. Well, this is 40 over 3 minus 11 is the same thing as 25 over 3 minus 6. Well, now I got to figure out what that is. Let's see here. That is 13 and a third.
Right.
Minus 11. And over here, this is 8 and a third minus 6. Well, that's going to be 2 and 1/3, and this is going to be 2 and 1/3. So 2 and 1/3 is the same thing as 2 and 1/3. Sure enough, we solved it.
That's a lot of numbers.
That's a lot of numbers. That's the same numbers over and over again, is what that is. All right. You happy?
Okay, wait.
Yeah. And like I said, 1 hour is not going to make you a pro. And usually I don't spend the whole hour on one topic, but you needed it.
Alright.
Anyway, you feel better than when you started?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the important part. And like I said, the first time we done this, we did this a long time ago, we did it once, and then I never got a chance to do it again because one thing after another, and then it was Christmas and blah, blah. So now we got another, and then next time you see this, we're like, oh, we already did that.
Is that 5/5 or 5/3?
5/3. What are you trying to say?
Oh, 5/3.
5/3. It's 5/3 every time. 5/3, 5/3, 5/3, 5/3. Yeah, my 3's. Yeah, okay, fine. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. My penmanship could always use work. And then, like I said, I discovered that we need to do a little work with fractions. No problem with that either.
Right.
Bro, by the time I'm done with you, you're going to be a pro at math, no problem.
Okay.
And like I said, dude, we've come so far. When I first met you, what, 7 and 5, you were counting on your fingers. And when I asked you multiplication problems, like, what's 9 times 6?
54.
Yeah, see, and before it was, and I wouldn't get an answer for about a minute and a half. Right?
Right.
Bro, we've come miles. So don't forget that part, that you have made huge progress.
Right.
All right. I will see you either in person or online in a week.
Still writing it down.
Oh, okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, you got it?
No.
No. Okay, just take your time. And then the other thing I want you to see, write some notes. Put some notes in there. And put your notes in English. Write some words so you know what you're doing.
Have you got it?
No.
Yeah, Google.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
All right. So, like I said, just shoot me an email or whatever if you're going to be up country.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Otherwise,
Yes,
no, your mom. Otherwise, I'm going to be down. Otherwise, I'll be down country. I'm sure this week.
okay.
So, one way or the other, we'll hook up and I'll pick up those bottles and so on.
Yes.
Or, like I said, either way. No pressure. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, you're welcome. Bye.
Thank you.
Crewton Ramone's houseofmath.com for more. Just like that. That's how it is. That's how this works. That's all it is.